back, relax, and maybe get yourself a snack. Me and you gonna have a little chat about books. Hey guys, so I am here today to do some more SBFBO reviews, and you'll notice I'm in a different location. It's because I'm currently in Oxford for a course. This is one of the Oxford halls that I'm staying in. So please excuse the strange background. It's only for the next few videos whilst I get some of these reviews done for you guys, because I want to get them out as soon as possible and I don't want there to be like a whole week of waiting for a new video. So the book I'm talking about today is called A Breaking of Realms, and this one I thought started out really strong and had a good chance of being a sort of strong contender. We follow a young girl who is called Scala, and we pick up the story just when she is kind of trying to prove herself. She is in this big event, and it's kind of like a race to race across all sorts of strange and wonderful terrain, and the aim is for them to get some sort of dragon egg or be able to claim a dragon egg from their particular little town. This is set in a world where there are big incentives for being a world builder, for going out and kind of coming up with your own realm. Essentially, the way of doing that in this world is that you gather people to you, you get an egg, a dragon egg, you prove your worth, and you basically build towns, cities, and eventually big kingdoms. At least that is the idea anyway. So it's a really interesting concept where everyone in the realm supposedly has the opportunity to build a realm and to potentially increase their wealth and increase their status. But in actuality, there are actually fae behind the scenes who are kind of the ones dictating a lot of these decisions. And although the theory is that everyone is allowed to be able to participate in realm building, the reality is that that doesn't quite happen, and that only those who the fae really agree with and revere and like are able to actually come up and get to sort of empire level. Skalda I really enjoyed as a character. I thought she was a great little character. She's got a lot of determination. She lives in a pretty sad situation where her brother abandoned the family and she's left with her mother as the primary carer. Her mother is a little bit all over the place. She doesn't really tell Scala anything. She just kind of has a lot of secrets and causes a lot of trouble for her. So she just feels very much like she can't really leave her mother and follow her true dreams, which is to realm build and to be a dragon rider and to get out there and do things. Her brother went off many years ago to do just that, to follow his dream, and she's really upset that she can't do that. So when this event comes around, she's determined to be the one who finishes first, who proves her worth. Even if she doesn't actually end up leaving the village, she wants to show she has skills and she can get a dragon. Of course, things don't go that right. There is some stuff that happens along the way that means she doesn't quite get what she wants. And also, once this whole event is over, the story takes a bit of a shift into a different direction. We get some new people coming to the town and announcing their intentions. We also get a stray wild dragon show up. And a wild dragon is pretty unheard of in this world, and it's not something that a lot of people are very happy to see. In fact, it's something that generally should be killed. And of course, Skalda gets involved with this dragon. She can't really bear to see it killed, so she goes on a bit of an adventure with this dragon. The other way to kind of increase your prestige in this world is to build up the chapters of your dragon. Dragons have chapters within them. It's kind of like their life story, and the more great deeds that you do with your dragon, the more chapters will be unlocked in the dragon of their story, and you can go on for a long time, like thousands and thousands of chapters if you are very prestigious and very good at war and about realm building. So there is an incentive there for a lot of the people who are realm building to really go out into war zones and fight so that they can increase their chapters and boost up their dragons and their prestige. Magic is kind of looked down upon in this world, although there is magic. Mages in particular are really frowned upon and people do not like mages, but we do have elves, as I mentioned. There's lots of different territories and lots of different kingdoms and factions within the elven territories, and we see a few of them sort of vying for power, and a few of them have kind of linked up almost with some humans who have kind of worked with them to increase their prestige, and they are aiming to be, the head of the realm. I think from the beginning of this book, I was definitely interested in Skelda. I liked her, but I think when the stray dragon came into it, I enjoyed seeing them build their bond and kind of work together. I did like her and I did think it was an interesting world, but I think in the end, this got overwhelmed for me by politics and by war, and I just felt that there was quite a lot of lost opportunity with Skelda in particular. I really wanted to kind of dive deeper into her, see what her story and motives were really going to be. And I felt like I got bits of that, but I didn't go very far with the story like I wanted. I wanted that to be the focus, and I think really there are some other characters who come into it who end up being a bit of the focus as well. And although I see their connections and I understand their place in the world and what they're showing us, personally, for me, it felt like the story detoured into more of a war story and more of a political story, especially in the latter half of the book. So I didn't really like that as much as I wanted, but I could tell it was a fun story, one I enjoyed, just maybe not a story that will stick with me quite as much as I wanted it to. So in the end, I definitely liked Skelda's story the best, and the other parts of the plot were not as much for me. I ended up giving it a 3 out of 5 stars, which is a 6 out of 10 for Spufbo. So a decent score, definitely, and one I liked reading, just unfortunately not a semi-finalist for me. But still a fun story. I believe there's a second one out in this series as well, and it does seem quite popular on Goodreads, so quite a few people seem to enjoy this series. So if it sounds like it will appeal to you, then please do go and pick it up. I would love to hear what you guys think. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in another video soon. Bye!
Thank you for watching my video today. Go pick up a book, then come back and chat with me again.